Hey guys, so I'm sitting here in the back of my couple's camper. I'm looking around at the things I have in here and thinking about how much it costs to do each thing. And that's a really common question that I get is how much did this whole build cost me? And that's kind of a complicated answer, and that's why I'm doing a whole video on just how much did it cost in general, because I really don't have a general number to give you. So I just wanted to break things down a little bit. But one thing with my builds is that I always try to do them as inexpensively as possible. This is just my hobby. It's not a job or anything. So I try to do things inexpensively. Um, so the materials and the things that I source are often reused furniture and wood that's been thrown away and things like that. So I try to repurpose and reuse things as much as possible and try to get things free. That stuff that people throw out. So we're going to talk about some of those things. So for instance, this was made from an old futon that I got off Craigslist for free, and I got the hardware off of it. The plywood that I got from this is also from, Craigslist or OfferUp or wherever I got it from, and it was also for free. The wood is from an old bed frame that was again for free. The mattress itself I got from IKEA. This is a inexpensive mattress, but it's soft and it's bendable, so, which is important, and it's not too thick. And I think the mattress was around $80. So my cost for this sofa bed is pretty much like around $80. But you know, it's not for free. You have to work for it. You have to go and you have to do some digging around and be opportunistic and pick things up. And you have to build it, of course. This was made from a free table that I also got, and all the wood is made from the scraps of the bed frame and the wood and the table. This original table. These drawers, I think they were maybe like $10 or $15, and that's kind of expensive compared to everything else. These little drawers at Target. All this wood is basically all free wood. Like I said, you do have to search around for it if you do want to find it, but it's doable. Again, this is free. The coffee maker, and I'll get into the appliances a little bit later, but that's really what's the most expensive thing is the appliances that I have in here. So let's talk about all the other things. Okay, so this drawer, again, this was made from a old bunk bed, IKEA bunk bed that I just cut up and used according to how I wanted to use it. These are actually the slats onto the bed from the bed, and the slats from the bed is what I made for these dividers. So that's pretty much free. The plywood underneath is maybe $5 worth of plywood for the bottom support. But what costs more is that, let's say, these burners. These burners were around $25 a piece, Coleman burners. So that's the bulk of the cost is these burners, and this grill is like another $20. That's basically the most expensive thing in something like this. But again, building it is not free. Your labor is not free. Okay, so this sink, one of my favorite things in this build. It's simple, but it's pretty cheap too. This is a collapsible um, container that I got from Amazon. I think the container itself is maybe $9 or something. And, $1 mirror. This water dispenser, I'm going to say, is around $15. Um, some PVC pipes. $2, $3 worth of PVC pipes. Not a whole lot. So that this is not very expensive to make at all. There's a bulkhead here. I think the bulkhead is, let's say, $3 or something. So for this whole setup and these folding hinges, maybe another $6 for these folding hinges. So not that much, but it's very functional, and I really like this sink. It works very well. Okay, so moving down to my bath kitchen area. This wood again, the plywood I was able to source from some source for free. I don't even remember. But I bought the waterproof luxury vinyl that I have for the side walls. I bought somebody's scraps, the rest, like 50 square feet, for maybe $10 or something, but you know, you got to look for it. But even if you didn't, you can, this much vinyl is not very much. It's like $25 or something, even if you buy it at retail. So it's not that much. The bulkhead is maybe another $8. So this is not very expensive to make at all. You know, you need some caulking, of course, but it's pretty cheap to do. This cabinet over here, again, just resource wood. Um, this paper towel holder, that's probably like $10. You know, this is a very sturdy one. That's why it's so expensive. But this Sunjo, you know, I sing the praises of this guy all the time, and I think he's around $60. But I'm very happy with that guy. So again, it's another case where the electronics, the appliance cost the most. All right, remember when I said the appliances cost the most? So let's say this coffee maker, I think, is around $15. This microwave, it's either $60 or $70. I got my waffle maker, I think that's around $20. This fan, this is really nice. It's rechargeable, so I can move it around. It's on a clip. And you could basically, on low speed, run it all night to keep you cool in the hot summers. And that, I think, is around $10 or something like that. Up here, these lights that comes with 3 of these strips with magnetic sticky things. I think that was around $25 for 3 of those rechargeables. The curtains, the curtains are, they weren't that cheap. You know, these are darkening curtains. They're thermal, so they weren't that cheap. And you know, these curtains over here, I got them wet, unfortunately. I left the window open in the rain. But anyway, same thing. They are thermal insulated curtains, so they're a little bit more expensive. They're blackouts. So I think they're maybe around $25 for those sets, and then another $25 for this. Okay, so this pure sine wave inverter, I think that's around $150 because it's a 1500 watt. It's a big, strong, powerful one, and it's a pure sine wave, which is very important if you want to run microwaves. If you saw my video, I tested that. The charge controller, I think that's, you know, they're pretty inexpensive, maybe around $10. This refrigerator that I have as my armrest, this guy is, I think, around $130 or so. That GPS CarPlay thing, I think that's around $90. My lithium iron phosphate battery, I think I got it for like 400 or something, but I think these days it's maybe around $300 for 100 amp hours. You know, stuff like that gets cheaper every day. And coming on this side again, everything, you know, all the wood is basically free. It was sourced somewhere. Even my pads, those were free, sourced from something, old heavy equipment or something I got the foam from. So, you know, if you want to build an inexpensive version of this, I think you totally can. You just have to cut down on some of the appliances if you don't want, for instance, if you don't want the microwave, you don't want the refrigerator, that'll cut your cost down quite a bit. Or, you know, you could add those as you go along. But I don't recommend you buy a microwave after the fact because, you know, in order to be really space efficient, you want to build around what you already have. So you buy the microwave and then you build the space around it. But basically, you know, the cost of the materials is not very much. The labor is intensive. You know, it's not easy. It is easy, but you know, it does take some time. But anyways, that's the long answer to how much this costs. I don't even have a big number to give you because it is a complicated question. So there's a lot of little things, and again, I didn't list everything. I just listed some general things. So you know, if you have any further questions about what each item costs and things like that, let me know. Just leave a comment, and I'll try to answer your questions as best I can. All right. Good luck, guys.